And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here. Um, Looking on for everybody else, but no one jumped on, so I was like, why not? I'm gonna jump on anyway and talk to you guys about the NFL and talk about what happened this week. OTA starting, which has been a very interesting week, especially for me as a Bears fan. Caleb Williams finally getting his first NFL taste. First time he's having some negativity going on, which is crazy. What's up? Born to be wild. That's you're getting more and more creative, man. That is good. I love it. Oh man. But yeah, we've had a lot of things going on, and I wonder. I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm thinking about what does this mean for the NFL season? Um, who can we look at with all these things happening, and whose outlook is looking more and more positive? Um, as I said, I'm a Bears fan. I talk about the Bears with Caleb Williams. He had a terrible practice. Actually had two terrible OTAs where he was getting intercepted the ball a lot. He was a lot of passes were being dropped. He was a little bit inaccurate. But his team picked him up. So but does that happen during the season? Because we just did a Bears outlook overview. I did with Martin, and we said the Bears probably can win 9.5, 10 games. Does that change your outlook? Does it change your thought process if he doesn't do well? We're looking at Washington, the Commanders. I mean, we got Jaden out there doing this thing, trying to become one with all his receivers, all that talent that's out there with a new coaching staff. In a division that, the Cowboys didn't do anything. Really. Like they done nothing. They haven't helped out Dak. They're not giving him a contract. The CD is gonna wait till JJ gets on it. So I don't know what the Dallas are doing, and then Philly, who's killing it. So getting Saquon there, bringing their offensive line closer together, even though they lost Kelsey, but they've already had the backup already ready. So does that defensive backfield get better with all the guys they drafted? I think it's possible. So I mean, these are all things that are going on. So I don't think Martin knows I switched it up again. He's going to be shocked. I promise you that. I heard Neighbors is looking good. Hopefully, Odunze can make it back next week. That's the other thing. Odunze has been out all week with a hamstring pull, I guess. But the funny thing is, he was out the next day throwing a first pitch out for a baseball game for the Cubs. Yes, so he couldn't practice, but he was able to throw first pitch for the Cubs. That was interesting in itself too. But Keenan Allen also wasn't there all week. But he's more of a veteran that I don't necessarily need to be at OTAs. Um, we don't have minicamp till the first weekend of June. So I mean, as long as you're there, learning your teammates, you're there helping them. I think that's all that really matters. So I'm surprised Cowboys didn't get Cook, but got Zeke back cheaper. I agree he is cheaper. I agree they probably shouldn't let him go the first time. But I don't know how much that helps the team, especially with them losing all these offensive linemen, right? Like, so do they have the time? Does Dak don't have the time to really ball out for his contract year? I don't know if he's gonna have the time to do anything great. But all you can do is hope that they try to do something. But that division is gonna be so weird. As I said, Washington, I'm a believer in Washington. I think Washington with the right coaching staff and the talent that's around, maybe not this year, but next year is gonna be really good. I can see this year them surprising everybody to win 8 games. Like surprising the hell out of everybody, including Vegas, and winning something. I think Jaden Daniels is a winner. Um, and you put him with some good receivers, some decent talent. You rebuild that offensive line like they're trying to do. And you have a great defensive coach along with it. That the Commanders might end up being something special in a couple of years, and might do something special this year. Um, but that division, besides Philly, I don't know. I don't know the Giants. We got so Malik Neighbors is going to be a talent. Question: can you get the ball to him? Can Daniel Jones get the ball to Malik Neighbors? And if he can, it works out. But then they don't have a running back anymore. They were so reliant, you know, on having, just handing the ball off all the time. What do they do now when they have to pass block? How does it work? How does a post Saquon team look? You obviously paid, Daniel Jones. You didn't draft another quarterback high, so he has to be your quarterback. He's going to make $40 million this year. What does that Giants team look like? We did bring in Brian Burns, who is a monster, a monster. I don't know. I think it's going to be really interesting to see. Yeah. Jones might not start the whole season. I don't know if he makes it. I don't. Or even better, I think I could see them benching him. I wasn't a believer in the beginning. I always thought that he didn't have enough talent for me to think that he should be the 6th overall pick. And then they were going to put all the eggs in this one basket. I thought that was a terrible idea. And then they decided to pay him. I don't believe in paying big money for running backs, but if you're a team that only thing you have is a running back, you probably need to keep him going. The only reason Daniel Jones works is because you had to focus on Saquon Barkley so much. So without him, I don't know what Daniel Jones is going to be able to do. Malik Neighbors is not going to be able to run the ball. You can give him little small passes and he can explode, but that's the only thing you're going to really get from him. So I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the season, Drew Lock is your starter. He's not great. He has a quick trigger. We saw in those games when Geno wasn't playing, Drew Lock looked good. He was going to be Seattle's starter. So they had 2 good options after Russell Wilson left. We didn't know it, but apparently they did. So I could see Drew Lock doing something special for them, and winning them some games and actually utilizing Malik Neighbors better. Darren Waller is always hurt. I mean, every time I turn around, he's hamstring. He just, I don't know, maybe he's not put together as well. I like their center. I always like John Michael Schmidt, but with John Runyon there, hopefully that middle of the line stays together. I don't believe in Evan Neal. I think he holds all the time. I don't like Andrew Thomas, but if they can at least provide a lane for you to step up in, maybe they do okay. I don't see a lot of wins coming out of that division. I don't see any sleepers coming out of that division. I think the Eagles are the class. I think Washington is going to surprise teams, but they're not going to be like a sleeper playoff team. They're going to surprise a lot of teams though. So for the NFL East, if you go to my North, I think all the teams could be a sleeper. It's just, well, I mean, I think the Vikings and Bears both could be surprise you. The Bears, you see the talent there. The Vikings, I believe they have their left tackle, right? I believe that Aaron Jones is going to be really good at running back. That helps out a whole lot, right? You already have the best receiver in the game. You have another receiver behind him that's very good, So, and Jordan Addison. I think they have talent on this team. If they can fix the defense and can defend somebody, they can be something. They're not a pushover. This entire division is going to be very, very tough. If you see me on Tuesdays, I'm talking about my Bears shows. You know how I feel about my Chicago Bears. And if Caleb Williams can just be okay, they're going to be decent, right? What up, B? I have the Bears win 10 games. I believe the Green Bay Packers, which I hate. I hate the color green. I hate everything to do with Green Bay. Everything that every time I think about them makes me sick to my stomach. I think they will be good. Because even though I don't like Jordan Love, I respect him. I respect his talent level, and I think that he's going to be, he's going to get this team going. I just don't know if they have top end talent. I think they surprised a lot of teams, but now that you know what you got with Christian Watson and all that stuff, you know what Romeo Dobbs is, you know who they are. And I think Josh Jacobs, though I like him a lot, I think he's injury prone. I think they take a step back. I believe the Green Bay Packers only win 8 games. Yeah. Say, I don't know why the Bears got Swift. You you need a premier back. All right. So he's going to be their premier back. I don't know how's it going to work. It's a 3-year deal. I like Roshan Johnson. So I don't mind what they did because they're not spending any other money on him. I think Roshan Johnson will end up coming to the forefront and being the starter eventually. It might be next year, but I think Swift will be there for at least 2 years. That third year, eh, and Khalil, they're going to hold off on and give him an opportunity. He's going to get one game. He might explode. We'll see. So you hate money. That's green. I don't need money. Give me credit, bro. Give me credit. I don't need money. Give me stock options where I don't get I don't get taxed off of that. I don't need money. I don't need cash. I'm not putting it under my mattress. No, give me other stuff. Give me gold. How about that? I'll take gold. All right, so that division, I mean, honestly, I think the NFC North for everybody will end up being one of the favorite things to see because Detroit Lions are good, got better. They did better with the things they were bad at. Their defensive backfield, they couldn't defend anything in through the air. They got better. You know, so I like what they did. I thought they were very smart. And I love the aggressiveness. I love that coach. I think Jared Goff is not good, not great, even though he's getting played like a great player. He's not great, but he is a decent quarterback. So with all the talent, Amon-Ra St. Brown making $30 million, you have, I think Jameson Williams is still going to come out. You still have your running backs. You have the two really, really good running backs. I miss Montgomery all the time, but I think they just are ready to probably, I could give them 12 wins. So I think this division probably goes Detroit 12, Bears 10, Green Bay 8 or 9, and Minnesota 7. With the opportunity 8. So like it's gonna be right there. So but I think it's gonna be a very, very competitive division overall. Um then see, yeah, Anthony. Since the Eagles signed Barkley, do you see someone numbers dropping like AJ Brown or Smith because Barkley can do everything? No, I think that he gives them opportunity to spread the field even more. Um, because he can catch the ball out of the backfield, because he can run the ball, because he can do all these special things. I could see them actually enhancing and allowing. Because last year you keyed on AJ Brown, you looked Devontae Smith. You knew they had to throw to one of those guys. Now that you can throw it to the flats, the scat back, you can get up there and make a move, and you're good. I think it actually opens up the field getting Saquon. And if he stays healthy, watch out. That's all I got to say. That watch out. All right. Now, the NFC West. I'm not sure what the Rams are losing their best player, Aaron Donald. I just don't know. We tried to count them out last year. I think if you looked at our schedule, what we thought they were going to win, we only had like 2 or 3 wins, and they made the playoffs. Like that's a decent team. At Stafford, you can't, if he's healthy, you can't count him out. And now they got Puka Nacua. What can you say about that? I mean, Kyron Williams is going to be interesting. He better get his butt into camp because you're going to have some competition there. If you don't believe, dude, you could be out so quick, just quick as you were in, Kyron Williams. You could be out just as fast. Blake Corum is there to play. Blake Corum has a nose for the end zone. So I'm interested to see what they end up being. I really don't love Demarcus Robinson. Cooper Kupp, I feel like is getting older, but I think Puka is gonna step up still. Tutu Atwell is gonna be decent. Tyler Higbee is that tight end that you don't ever want on your fantasy team, but he does make plays. I think their line is gonna be decent. I don't know what the defense is. I don't know what they end up being. I don't know if Byron Young can actually turn and do all the things they need to do. I don't know if Jared Verse is enough. I don't know what Kobe Turner really is. So they're going to be a team that you got to keep an eye on. They could be really, really bad, but they could end up being really, really good. That entire division, I feel very similar about, because if you go to Arizona, the Cardinals, I feel you get in a Maserati like that, man, you're going to be better. Kyler Murray, I always feel like takes a bad rap. He's not a great leader, but he has a great arm. He's elusive. James Conner was a good running back, and even if he's not a good running back, you got Trey Benson right behind him. So like you have all those things going on at the same time with Marvin Harrison, with Greg Dortch, with Zay Jones there now. They still Trey McBride, who's everyone's favorite tight end now. I mean, you go into these fantasy drafts, these mock drafts, you see Trey McBride flying off the board, top 2, top 3 tight ends. Paris Johnson coming in, being at the left tackle now. I think that they could be the sleeper team. The sleeper team is when I'm thinking about a sleeper team. The Arizona Cardinals is that team for me. So that's where we're at right now. Yeah. Then even their defense is pretty good. Hey,
what's up? Can't let you go on alone. But
I'll figure it out.
But I know I agree with Cardinals, because I think the Bears play the Cardinals. I forgot what week. But I know we talked about it on a Tuesday. Like, that's gonna be interesting. Interesting game. Kind of curious.
You don't know what they're gonna be, because I mean, November 3rd, in Arizona, we could be on a win streak, or that could be a team that you just don't want to play. They just the more they play together, the better they're going to get. So, yeah, born Tua, be wild. It's like you keep on changing your name. It's great. What do you think about Marshawn Lloyd, Bucky Irvin, and Keon Coleman? All rookies I picked on our rookie draft. I got Dallas Turner too, but we already know he'll be solid. We definitely know about Dallas Turner. He's gonna be great. Keon Coleman, I think, could possibly be your 5th best wide receiver in this entire draft. After you get the top 3. I think he could be 4 or 5, honestly. Just when you get to go to the Chiefs and you're fast, when you run a sub 4.3 40 and you're that fast and you go to the Chiefs, I think that you always get put back into that top tier. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden you see that Xavier Worthy is like got the 2nd best numbers out of all the people drafted, right? But right after Xavier Worthy, I think Keon Coleman has the talent. Played on a team last year that really got screwed. That could be something special. So if you grab Keon Coleman, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So we got then Bucky Irving. I was, even during the draft, I was kind of iffy on him. All these running backs, I'm not. I don't know what to expect from any of them. I'm sure there's gonna be 2 or 3 that are gonna be really good, but I have no idea what you're gonna do with. I'm not gonna tell you that I know what Bucky Irving is gonna be. I have no idea, honestly.
Oh, and he was born in Chicago. I just looked him up. I didn't know that.
So I remember because we were talking about him during the draft when we were knocking out all those guys, those draft prospects. I'm just, I really don't know.
Well, I know all you guys, when you guys were doing the draft prospects and stuff, all your running backs weren't like really highly graded, I guess. Like none of you guys were really big on any really running back. So because even your best one that you guys were talking about is still just like, oh yeah,
he's a backup. That's what he is.
Yeah. But also that's what the league is kind of turning into. The league is turning into running back committee and stuff like that. So yeah.
So, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. You just got to wait and see. Marshawn Lloyd, I hope trips and falls and breaks his ankle.
Damn.
Why? Because you know who I hate? I hate Green Bay. I hate Green Bay. I don't need Marshawn Lloyd running all up on the Bears. I need them to, they don't need two, because I think Josh Jacobs will probably get hurt. I don't need Marshawn Lloyd coming in and doing well, which he could, because he played on another player that played on a very talented team with a talented quarterback. Coming from USC, going right to the Green Bay. That's, if I was doing a rookie draft, I would look at him too, but I can't like him ever. He's now officially on my hate list. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen.
He's traded.
Exactly. What's that, Billy Madison, when he's making a list in lipstick? He's on my list now.
This is Green Bay Packers and then like 53 small names.
Exactly. That's all it is. And then Aaron Rodgers was traded. I crossed him off my list.
You crossed him off that list and still put him on the main list. So he's just.
I still hate you though. It's okay.
Exactly.
But I know. So he says he thinks Bucky Irving is going to be a sleeper. I don't like him. Yeah. But maybe, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we know everything that's gonna happen. It's just that Tampa Bay throws the ball. I mean, Baker Mayfield throws the ball a lot. Like, his running backs are really good at catching and making plays down the field. And they already have the best, pound for pound, probably the best running back catching the ball out of the backfield already. So that's, I don't know if Bucky Irving's gonna get in there, but if he does have talent. I liked him more with Minnesota than I liked him with Oregon, but I guess we'll have to see.
Looking up what running backs you guys talked about.
Those are all on the list. I believe Bills will turn one of their tight ends into a wide receiver 3. Okay, I hear you, but they don't have to. You can just run 21. You're gonna want 21 a lot. So 2 tights a lot. Buffalo, especially with the wide receivers that they have. I could see them doing that. That means you're keeping Josh Allen upright. And because I'm on the record saying I think Josh Allen wins the MVP this year. I think because he has no help. The entire offensive line is gone, right? Everyone that you think is good is out. I think that he's going to be Mr. Everything, and if he does not get hurt, he ends up being the MVP.
That's gonna be interesting because Daboll wind up teaching him like, hey, you can throw. So now he has that in his arsenal, but you forget Daboll kind of made him to learn how to throw, but first 2 years, he got legs, he can run. So I wonder if this is gonna be that year where he combines both of his powers and does something crazy like that. Runs for his life and then throws the ball.
He becomes Lamar Jackson this year.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, but yeah, they gotta run. If you have a bad O-line, you kind of gotta run double tight just for the little bit extra protection.
And they can do that. They're really that good. They actually can already, they have 2 good tight ends that I think they'll keep both on the team, and just run double tight. I mean, you don't have great wide receivers. You have some good ones. I hate when people are saying that Buffalo doesn't have anybody. That is not true. They've done some really good things this offseason to try to. They don't have the money. They had to pay Josh Allen, so they don't have the money, right? So they still have Curtis Samuel, because I always thought Curtis Samuel was one of the most talented guys on Washington Commanders. Just didn't have the opportunity. They got MVS, Marcus Valdez Scantling, Keon Coleman that they drafted, right? We already talked about that. Dalton Kincaid is great, and Dawson Knox can play.
Yeah.
So as long as James Cook continues to be able to run the ball, I have no problem with him. We talked about last year, Osiris Torrance. I liked him coming out of college. So they have some talent there still. It's not like this team's not going to drop off the face of the earth. And they're just gonna be back to the pack. That's I think that's what more than anything. But I'm telling you, watch out, Josh Allen MVP this year. Watch out.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. They need to get past that hiccup that's the Chiefs. Like that's their kryptonite, man.
Usually, I hope the Chiefs like get hurt. Something. It's like Andy Reid signed an extension. You first thought maybe he retires. No, he signed an extension. He was like,
that man's gonna die on the field, man. He's gonna be stuck in a position covering his mouth, and you're like, he hasn't moved. Somebody goes and taps him on the shoulder. Like,
you don't have a half a nugget coming out of his mouth.
That'll probably be the way he wants to go out too.
Yeah, exactly. If you love it, this is what it is. It's your life. Yeah. I got Keon mainly to stack with Josh. Yep. I got Josh and T-Law, but I'm definitely hoping for a breakout. I think Josh is going to have it, and everyone around him is going to have a better year because Josh is going to be that dude this year.
I can see that.
Yeah. If you're doing redraft,
that's his year.
You're doing redraft, Josh. This is the Josh Allen year.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. T-Law, this is the year he has to like prove it. Like he has to step it up to that next level. You know,
he's going to sign a contract this year. He's going to sign a contract, a 5-year, $270 contract this summer.
Yeah. Oh, in the summer.
Before the season. They're going to sign him to extension. He's going to be their guy.
Yeah. But does that make him more driven to play better or more relaxed and like, well, I got my contract, you know?
I actually think the opposite. I think neither. I think that he's going to be so stressed out about what's going on that he's going to press.
Okay.
And because he's pressing, all of a sudden we're going to have this might be T-Law's worst year in a division where everyone else is getting better.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know too much about T-Law, but I know he was always winning. You know what I mean? So, you know, that adds pressure, but it's not the same as like you don't have to prove it because you just keep winning. You know, so like, you know, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. You know,
but when we talk about divisions, once again, so Houston is a juggernaut right now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
out of nowhere. Yeah, this came out of the shadows and started clotheslining everybody. Just we're here.
Literally like the Juggernaut put on his helmet, like just running through people, like
just run. Yeah,
I'm the Juggernaut. Then we got the Indianapolis Colts, which I think Jonathan Taylor being there the full year, having AR there the full year is going to be very, very helpful for them. Michael Pittman that signing that deal is really good. Josh Downs, Adonai Mitchell, I thought that was a great draft pick. You know, Jelani Woods is going to be a good tight end this year. If their middle of their line can hold up, that's another good team that just made the playoffs, right? The same division. You know, and then you got Tennessee. I don't know what the hell Tennessee is. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I have no clue. You know, so Jacksonville could always they could beat Tennessee, but that's it. I mean, Tennessee still did sign Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Hopkins is still there. Tyler Boyd just signed with them. Was it last month? J.C. Latham, the draft pick, was well on that left side with Skoronski, which I told you guys was a guard and not a tackle. So, and Crusherberry is a good center. So, I mean, I think that left side of the line is good. I just don't think they have enough talent around yet, and their defense is not good enough. So,
yeah.
I knew Jacobs was definitely pulling something by week 9. Yeah. Lloyd plenty of time. Week 11 matchup to Steamroll Chicago. We're going to clothesline him. I'm telling you, we're gonna find a way. I might have to sneak in the Green Bay Packer locker room, you know, put some tacks in his cleats. But every time I take a step, it hurts.
With like itchy powder or something like that.
Exactly. Nothing to be really bad, but just enough to be annoying.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, Kirk Cousins might be MVP next year. Kirk Cousins doesn't perform. You have to have an MVP moment.
Yeah. I don't know if he's ever shown he's like MVP caliber. He's good and he's been getting better, but I don't know if he's at that level yet. but he's on a team where he could, he could make some, some good plays and numbers this year.
I think he'll have the numbers, but I don't think he'll have the plays.
Mm.
Like he won't have that signature moment where you're like, that guy's it.
Yeah. And I think he might have one or two. I don't know if he has enough, because like MVPs is like you see glimpses like almost every week. You know what I mean?
You feel it like, okay, they're down, the team's not playing well, but guess what? They're going to win because you're just that good.
Yeah.
I'm going to will my team to win this week. I don't know if that's Kirk Cousins.
Do you think this is
like
going to be
that,
Kirk Cousins' best season so far?
I don't think so. Coming off of Achilles tear, people don't understand how hard it is to come off of Achilles tear. Trust me, I know. You're never the same.
Mm-hmm.
So coming off of that, I don't believe this is going to be one of those great MVP years for him right now until I'm sure he's actually healthy. Because it's not year one that you come back from the Achilles that you're better. It's year two.
Next year, yeah.
And he hurt himself week 8. So I don't believe we see 2 years Atlanta's going to be really dangerous.
Yeah. The only thing, like, he needs to play well enough where they won't put in the rookie. You know what I mean? That's the problem, is like he needs to shake off the rust, but also play good enough where he can continue to keep playing. And then next year, I think he's gonna have a really good year. But he has that rookie right behind him.
If he even has a mistake, let's say he hurts himself, right? And Michael Penix Jr. gets in there, right?
Yeah.
And has a good game. He might never leave the field.
Yeah. So
let's see. Who needs to prove it more, T-Law or Justin Herbert? I think T-Law. I think Justin Herbert's fine.
Same. I think T-Law just got, because he had all that hype when being drafted and stuff, and he hasn't quite lived up to it yet. I mean, granted, he was drafted by a team that was super struggling at the time, and he did make him better, but he hasn't proved that he's that guy yet.
I agree. Look at T-Law, and that team was supposed to be the best team, in the division, right? Last year, they lost. Not necessarily his fault. They lost. They lost the division when they were up. He hurt his ankle. They never recovered, and they lost the division. Justin Herbert is coming with a new coach who is a magician, who will run the ball a lot, but he's also already thrown for 5,000 yards like 3 times. Justin Herbert already got his contract. Justin Herbert has nothing to worry about. So I think T-Law's under a little bit more pressure. And then if he does sign that contract, it's going to be a prove it. We've given you all these weapons. We've given you all this money. Show us that you're that dude.
Yeah.
So I think T-Law needs to prove that he's actually up there.
I agree.
Let's see. So I say Herbert. There's a lot more people saying fall off, I think. Really? Okay. I don't see you falling off with Harbaugh. I don't know if you actually look at Harbaugh's career,
record,
the things he's done. Yeah, I mean, every time you turn around, he all he does is win. Jim Harbaugh is a winner.
No,
he's falling off.
I would say Herbert might not have a great season this year, but I think he'll have a good season. But they're changing things, new coach, and new regime, new playbook, a bunch of shit. So, I don't think he's gonna have a lot to worry about. I don't think it's a prove it season for him either. Where T-Law, it's a prove it season.
They already know Herbert's the dude. Herbert's already thought there's a top 6 quarterback. T-Law thought that we're gonna get this just jump, but we never really got it.
Yeah.
It was this year he's gonna be a top 10. He just Plus, you don't have a lot of talent left with the Chargers right now.
Yeah. More of a survival year for him than anything.
Hey, Josh Palmer might be your number 1 because Quentin Johnson can't catch nothing. Lad McConkey is going to take a year. How many Monday Night Football does Atlanta have? That's how we know Kirk Cousins will perform. You're not wrong. Hey,
That's
if it's a
funny.
nationally televised game, Kirk Cousins is going to be terrible. That's just what it is. That makes me wonder what look. All right, well, let's look at that right now.
Like I wonder if like I was the owner and like, no, don't put us on screen. Can you imagine that though? It's like they like fly under the radar for like national like TV, and then like they're in the playoffs, and now it's just like, ugh. Like
Here
now
we
what?
go.
Like there's only like 6 games being played.
That's terrible though. So was it Monday, week 2, Philadelphia? That's 1, right? Week 3, Kansas City. That's Sunday Night Football. That's 2.
Okay, well, back to back.
Yep.
Okay.
Then you got the Thursday night game against Tampa Bay. That's Thursday. It's not that big a deal. That's week 5. Then you have all 3s and 12 o'clock games all the way till Monday, December 16th at Las Vegas, Monday Night Football. And then you got 12 o'clock games. Okay, well, so we know they'll lose those 4, but
yeah,
but they have a lot of 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock games.
That's good. The only bad thing is it's those 4 are week 2, 3, and 5. I think you said.
Yep.
Or three of them. Because then you have the one at the end of the season. So that might not be good for him. You know, somebody like we just said who needs to play well after a big injury, and he's like the first 5 games, 3 of them are going to be, you know, like televised, national televised, big watched games where he chokes.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And the first game is against Pittsburgh.
Oof.
So you can. Pittsburgh was a playoff team last year with 2 quarterbacks there. I mean, I'm just saying you can lose Pittsburgh, Philly, Kansas City, beat New Orleans and Tampa Bay, and within Carolina. So you probably 3-3 after the first 6.
But
and then it gets pretty easy
within those other ones.
Yeah,
you know, he might lose those 3. So he might. I mean, there's a good chance he might be like what 2 and 4.
He could be
maybe like 1 and 5, depending. You know, if he goes 1 and 5, are they done? Do they try Penix?
Oof. They could start the season 0 and 3.
Yeah,
but Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Kansas City. Now you're 0 and 3, right? Go to New Orleans and then you play Tampa Bay. You can lose Tampa Bay if you're 1 and 4 going to week 6. Maybe make the change because Carolina's a terrible team, right? And you're like, oh, he's not ready yet. We're not benching Kirk. We're just saying we're gonna rest his Achilles.
Rest him.
We're gonna rest him.
Try out the new guy against a crappy team
against Carolina.
I can 100% see it. If that's the scenario they're in, I can 100% see that happen.
That would be hilarious.
Wow. And then if Penix comes out and just balls out against a horrible team,
he doesn't leave. He never leaves again.
I don't know.
And Kirk Cousins sitting there looking like, it's okay because you got money though.
You got that paycheck, so
$100 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
MVP last year was Lamar. We didn't see that every game. No, but their team was good every game. And in the games that they weren't good, he was still the one that kept them in the game. That team was very, very good every game.
Yeah.
And he was the quarterback on that team. Lamar MVP was definitely charity, football politics at its finest. But who else were you going to give it to?
Yeah, because Mahomes didn't have a good normal season. You know,
Russell Wilson had a better year than Mahomes. Look at the numbers.
Damn.
Look at the numbers, guys. Would you going to give it to Tua? No, you're not giving it to Tua. Tua, no. Just
that would have been a charity case. They should have gave it to Tua for all the damn concussions. Like, let's see if he knows where he's at. You won the MVP. Like, nah, dude.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Tua wears that thing on his helmet during the season. I'm telling you, the whole season.
Comes out with the big neck guard in the back. He
Yeah,
looks like an 80s, 90s linebacker.
He's gonna look like, I'm telling you, he's gonna have those big bubble helmets things that they're letting you put on practice. They're letting you do that during the season now.
Is that true? I heard about it, but I couldn't. I didn't really look into it too much. Where like, is that actually true, or is it just someone being trolly?
Well, let Tua do it so we can keep him in the NFL.
He's
Let's
the
let
only
Tua
one.
do it no matter what. Exactly. Derpy, what's up, Derpy?
What's up,
He says,
Derp?
I think the Titans are a sleeper team. I mean, if that division wasn't so tough, I think the problem is that division is just a monster. That's probably my biggest issue. So if we had an easier division, then I'd be like, yeah, definitely. What's up, Martin?
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just so everyone knows, Mark is actually in Chicago, getting ready for the going to a Sox game. So that's why Mark is not on.
Yeah, he's got another game.
Yeah, so he's going the whole weekend. That's what was going on with him. I talked to him yesterday about it, and it was like, I brought my laptop, but there's no way. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all right. I just got home from the hospital, so.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's up.
Then why are you jumping on here?
What's wrong with you? Well, I just got home. Like it was this morning, so we're good though. We're good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Kirk Cousins getting paid, so it doesn't really matter if he starts or not. The reason why we're asking this, Martin, is letting you know. So your schedule has you start with Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Kansas City, right? It's possible you lose all three of those games, even with a good team.
More than likely.
Yeah, you know,
more than likely.
But you win New Orleans. I think you win. Tampa Bay is another Thursday night game. You never know. You probably split against Tampa Bay. If you lose that one and you start 1-4, do the rumblings, start saying, hey, maybe he's not ready? Maybe I said the coaching staff says, we're going to arrest Kirk Cousins' Achilles because it's a Thursday night game. We're going to play too early. We're going to let someone else start. Or saying Kirk Cousins is hurt. They start saying he's hurt, and you let the rookie come in maybe. If Penix plays a game. Even though I know both of us think that
we're like a fantasy team. We have like a super flex team. We have like 3 to rotate through.
Oh, you really do, because when Heineke can come in for a game, you don't have to worry about.
They just rotate through them and just kind of push the blame on every single one of them. So, yeah, I don't think that it's gonna be a big issue making up excuses for these guys.
Yeah.
Because it started off with like
week 6 though. Once you get past week 6, your schedule goes a lot easier.
Yeah, but also week 2 is a Monday Night Football. Week 3 is Sunday Night Football, and then week 5 is Thursday
Night Football.
So, prime time and Kirk Cousins and prime time,
just doesn't work
as a reputation. So it's like, how much does that play in effect of it and going against pretty good teams? So it's like, is he gonna choke and coming off that injury?
What's crazy is I like those 4 teams are the only teams I have not looked at the schedules. I'm really trying not to look at these schedules.
Yeah, until
because of these episodes I'm really not looking at these episodes.
He's doing these breakdowns for every team.
Schedules,
so you guys know he has a schedule that he's doing all this stuff. Atlanta's this week, isn't it?
No. I don't think so because it's too far in the week because of Wednesday.
Oh yeah, okay.
I put it up in the banner somewhere.
As I was looking for it, but then I realized it was on Dynasty Pylon. Now I'm Morning Spike.
No, it's on all of them. I put them on all. There it is.
I was super looking. Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's
the 31st.
I gotta redo it because I think Wednesday is the 29th. So I gotta add a day. So the 31st would be the first. I'm gone the 1st and 2nd. I'm gone next weekend.
Okay.
So that'll be pushed to the 3rd, which I'm actually looking at it right now. I'm actually gonna update it because we have the 29th is actually our Wednesday episode.
Mm-hmm. I was like, he's gonna do 2 episodes.
No. I still gotta do my thing on the other platforms. So,
yes.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. But no,
Pittsburgh is looking scary this year. I always pick one team every year. Take a backseat fan. I think I'm going with the Steelers. Hey, you know I'm already there, man.
We
You know
are.
I'm
At least
there.
the two of us.
I got mine. I'm telling you, don't let Justin Fields win this competition. Oh, I won't be insufferable. I won't have a jersey in the background. Every year it's gonna be in the Raptors. I won't have it just hanging.
Also, like random Sundays, you'd be like, "Where you at?" He goes, "I'm in Pittsburgh again."
Yeah,
I'm watching the game.
I won't be.
That's probably cheaper than going to the Bears, getting a plane ticket, Airbnb, or hotel, and tickets. Probably cheaper than going seeing the Bears.
What's crazy is he'll probably use the excuse to go into Culver's for Ashley. He'll probably tell Ashley, "Hey, I got another meeting, and then
I'll be right back. I'll be going Saturday, Sunday, but I'll be back. It'll be right after the game. I mean, right after work."
Poor Ashley.
So this was the year to give the CMC, but like we always say, it's a QB award. Yeah, MVP is a QB award. Even though I agree with you, CMC probably should have won this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Tua MVP this year. I can't read it away. Tua MVP this year.
This man is like
to wear the bubble. Exactly.
This man loves his Dolphins. He comes in every. Hey, we were doing the Patriots episode yesterday.
But you like the new his new profile pic?
Yeah. It's funny because we were doing the Patriots episode yesterday, and we were doing a breakdown, and he's like, "It's hard to be good." Well, what was it too? You said it's hard to be a good team when you suck or something like that, or a sucks team can't be that sucky or something. I don't know. It just made me laugh, and I couldn't because we were doing a team. Like, these episodes are kind of supposed to be biased because of what we're doing, at least from what I'm doing. But it was just, I'm looking at that team. It's gonna be struggle bus. It is gonna be struggle bus.
Oh, come on, the Patriots?
Yeah.
You talking about that division?
Yeah.
So I was going through all the division. That's going to be an interesting division in itself because I don't think Buffalo's going to be as bad as everyone thinks it's going to be. I really do not.
Josh Allen has had bad receivers before and still made it happen. So people forget about that.
I say Josh Allen's going to be MVP this year. I am 100%.
That's a possibility because he's not going to have any help.
Exactly. It's just going to be Josh Allen to the left, Josh Allen to the right. Let's just go.
But I wouldn't doubt his weapons.
You go double tight. You go with Knox. Yeah. You go with both your tight ends. You put two wide receivers out there, and you just go.
But he can get it done. We've seen him do it without a top tier receiver before. So it's not like he can't do it. Like, there was at one point he was still just as good when his best receiver was, who was it? Before Diggs, before Davis.
It was like he played for Denver. I know exactly who it is. This is I
can't even remember who the hell it was, but we know that
he plays
his breakout year.
Going there,
his breakout year was the year he had like literally nobody. So
I remember exactly what you're talking about.
It's like, bro, like we've seen it before. Like, but now he has Kincaid and Knox, and they're utilizing Cook, and now
I think Keon Coleman's going to be
bad
good
either.
And
he's
Curtis
got Coleman,
Samuel.
So
Curtis Samuel's good. MVS could be a stretcher of the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people there. The cupboard's not empty.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried.
So no, I think the Bills going to be a lot better than. I don't think they win.
Just give Josh Allen.
Exactly. He's like, just wait, guys. MVP. That's the MVP this year, guys. Don't be surprised if the Jets win the division and the Buffalo Bills end up second with 10 wins.
Have to be healthy. That's the problem. The Jets have to be healthy. If they're not healthy, they are not pulling that off.
But they won 7 games with nothing. If Aaron Rodgers is there, they can win 13 games. But it's probably a one and done year. This is it. They have 1 year to do this, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is going
He
to be
only signed
retired.
a 2-year contract, right?
Yes.
Or no,
Yeah.
he started 3. Was it 2 years?
It's 2
I
years.
thought it
There's
was
2 years left.
Is it
2
2 years
left.
or 3
Yeah.
years? Okay. I thought it was 2. I swear it was 2.
But their roster is like 100 years old. Like literally, their line is like an average age of 60.
Just be one bad rainy day and they all just like break their ankles and knees.
I mean, Tyron Smith is my age. Like, for real. That's like not a joke. Morgan Moses is awful. Yeah, so I'm just saying, they're old. You know, but they do have Breece Hall. They do have Garrett Wilson. They do have Conklin. They got some guys. I think Braylon Allen is going to be great with Breece Hall in the backfield. 2 guys that can really run the ball and catch the ball. And now having Tyrod Taylor as your backup quarterback, even if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, Tyrod Taylor could do a lot of good things for 2 games period. You can still be a winner in that with that team. So that's gonna be interesting. Tua MVP this year, but only if he gets to wear the bubble. Yeah, if he does, that's 5 years added to his career. You think Tua
had me on the edge of my chair all last season?
Do you think he puts the bubble on this year? The thing on the helmet?
I mean, if that's allowed.
I don't know if it was the truth or not, if that's actually allowed or not, because that was the rumor that it is allowed. I haven't looked into it, but
it's not out of the realm of possibilities, but I don't think he does.
I can see the other team coming up to him like, no, put it on.
Like,
also, that picture, man, is awesome. I don't know what, like, I'm assuming it's like a Photoshop with like something else, but that's funny.
I think this is the new one. I think I updated it. This one should be the new schedule. Not this one. I'm replacing that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be on all the formats, man. It should be.
It might be actually. Yeah, I think it is.
Are you adding? You should add your prediction record once you do it. So get rid of the date and then put your prediction record.
No, that's too much, man. That's too much.
Well, no, just for you. No, we don't replace it every weekly.
I don't have space. Tank, I don't have space. Look at this.
No, get rid of the date because then the date's already passed and then you put the record there.
Oh,
that's why I got the other page. That's why I got that other page. I got the
yes,
the one we do every year.
Yeah,
NFL has adjusted its rule to allow players the option of using the Guardian caps in the regular season games to enhance their protection against head injuries. So yes,
this one that's the one we're doing. Remember where I do all 4 or all 4 teams in the division?
Yeah, that's right.
Have the division or the AFC, NFC here. It's probably NFC, AFC here, and then I got the other 4 teams going this way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll have national going here and then have AFC right here, like just like I did last year. I gotta make the AFC East though. So it's got its own record right now. So far we had 9 Chicago, 6 Washington, and I said 3 for New England, and 2 said 5, and Derpy said 4. I was like, 4. I'll go 4. 4 is not because I was kind of leaning on 4. So,
I think Washington. I could see 7 for Washington.
Nah, bro, that's too no.
I can see 7.
You're always like that, like a little optimistic and everything. Because I said 9 with the Bears, and he's like 10. It's 10.
No,
you always see the bright side on stuff.
Have you looked at? Well, look. Have you seen the schedule for Washington?
Yes, I have. And here's the thing, because I actually talked about this at the beginning. It's because Dallas, I don't believe in.
There it is. Hey, it's hard to say a team doesn't suck. That was a quote. I almost died. I had to held it back because of it. I had to held it back.
What?
Oh, man, I see my name.
What?
That's like quote of the day.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Here's my point about Washington.
Down football mock drafts, knowing him, he'll be drafting the hot. Listen,
he was probably doing it right now. He probably was doing mock draft this morning.
I just left the hospital, so
Hey, so you left the hospital and you do mock drafts. That's what everything was true right there.
Everything's good though. But look, it was difficult to swallow. That line is so detrimental without Strange. I was looking at it and I don't know if you guys saw it or not yesterday, but
no, I saw both.
That line has nobody who's played the left side before, ever.
Yep.
Damn.
No.
They are trying out to see who's the best dude to play that left side. Cole Strange is going to be he's the veteran on the left side. He's the left guard, left tackle. But the problem is he can't, he can't come back, and they can't force him back because of his injury. And it was like it affects his entire knee. Like that's a lot of weight on one knee. And I think he comes back like week 8.
I see their left tackle. I was looking at their roster. Their left tackle's now on the roster right now. I believe it's going to be
there. They just got Okafor.
Was that
Okafor? Yeah, on the depth chart they put Okafor there. I'm like,
why?
Look, it's tryouts.
Wow,
it's tryouts.
No, I still say during the season he's not doing it.
We went with 4 games, Anthony. We're in 4 games. We did the New England Patriots yesterday, and we did the 4 games. That was Anthony's second episode missed. That was Anthony's second episode missed.
He's probably at work.
Probably. Well, it was, I don't know, he's East Coast, right? So it was probably 7 p.m. his time. I did it around 4 my time. So yeah, that's how many episodes and how many times we know Anthony that's his second one missed. That's crazy. Absolute craziness.
I'm looking at the line right now. It is really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
London Titans, Colts, Cardinals, and splitting with the Bills. Yeah, that's what you had said. Mine was a little bit different. It's a little bit different, but not too far off.
I don't think they split with the Bills. That's why I don't think so.
No, I think they get swept.
Yeah, I think they swept by the Bills. I don't know if they beat
Jackson. No, we talked about 45 minutes, I think, about it, just because of the situation they're in and what they could do. That line is so. Look, I was making the joke that they could be fine because Jacoby Brissett is used to bad lines. His whole career.
So Jane Daniels. Even if Jacoby gets hurt, Jane Daniels learns how to run, throw on a run.
They don't know what a good line is. Like, they've never had a good line. They're like, hey, this is, if they get a good line next year and they're still there, they're like, this is actually pretty good.
Like, oh, I could step up. Jane Daniels literally all last year threw on the run all the time.
Yeah. So
it's just what it is. His 3-step drop was to the right because the left side was that bad. Because you knew he needed an extra second. It's just what it was.
Hey, you don't know you have a problem until you realize that it's fixed.
Right.
That's a really good point.
Just saying. They don't know they have a problem. They're stepping into this. They see a crappy line. That's all they've had their entire careers. So we'll see. We'll see. Polk might be the number 1 guy. I'm thinking, which is crazy because he just got there. But hey,
I still think that you were way too high with 5. I would have went 3.
I said 4. I said 3.
No, I think he said.
I said 3, but chat.
Yeah, everyone.
You guys said way 5, too high. Which is crazy because he's a Dolphins freaking fanboy. And then so we're like, all right, we'll go in the middle with 4.
You're just nice. That's all. I was like, look.
I said we're going with chat and everything. I said 3. How am I being nice, Brian? I said
you
3.
then
You
chat do
literally
4.
disagree with me. It's not me. I said 3 myself.
Then it's you guys. I don't know what the heck you guys are thinking.
It's
There's
2.
no
He
way.
said 5, which averaged it out to 4. Derpy came in with the 4, which stamped it at 4.
Even 4, like, it's hard for me to even
4 is
see.
a push.
I don't even see the 4.
Look, last year,
5, damn.
this time last year, we were saying LA is going to have 2 games, right?
But we
And
knew
they
Matt
came out
Stafford.
with 10.
But our thing was they thought Stafford wasn't able to play. I don't see
Yeah,
the team, the player here that's going to turn
any
it
of those
around.
players would survive after 8 weeks. They're all old and busted. They're all old and busted. Cooper Kupp is done. I'm sorry.
Cooper Kupp is done.
like
I
him,
said
but
that.
You said that
done.
last year.
No, I was saying that during the earlier today. I was going through the Rams.
Yeah.
Said Cooper Kupp is done, but Puka is good, and Kyron was have to watch it for Blake Corum. But that means you have 2 decent running backs. That means you have some things there, and that I don't know anything about the NFC West. I have no idea what the heck they're doing. All those teams could be good. All those teams could be sleeper. Arizona, I think, might win the division. That's what I'm saying. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah. In my thought process, I got to give my rivals some crumbs.
No, you don't. Don't be nice.
Come on, you know it. Green Bay. That's Green Bay.
F the Cowboys, but Jared might be in trouble. Yeah, no, I agree with the whole contract with JJ.
Yeah, but see, saying I want to wait for JJ to go ahead, and then I want to get my contract.
Yeah, I don't know what Jerry did, man. Like, you know who there is a freaking, who Jerry reminds me of PJ Vikings on a freaking dynasty roster. What the hell?
I was just talking to her yesterday.
You were?
Yeah.
She probably hates me. I don't care. She probably does. I don't look. You can't have that bad of a roster. Like, how are you just sitting there and you let all 3? Did she say anything?
Yeah, she said that she's going to look at her roster when it gets closer to the draft.
It's too late. You can't do shit. I'm sorry. The free agency is closed, my guy. Like,
well, you know what? She could draft and then pick up people. And you know what? At the worst, G Money's probably going to still be bad. The draft is not going to help him.
That man loses on purpose just to get to second place. I don't know what the hell's like. I don't know. But look, you went through, like, you have old ass running backs. You had retired players
that were still on their roster.
I had to make, like, by the way, second roster cuts. Her and somebody else had to make roster cuts this week.
Yep.
We have 6 weeks until draft. When are you going to start? It's just upsetting. It's just upsetting.
Well, that's every Cowboy fan right now.
Really, like the Cowboys here. And you made no moves, and your team is detrimental. And here you got one of the best young players on your roster. Like I don't understand with owners not doing what they need to do for the team. Like, the Cowboys didn't do anything for their team
at all.
And you had to bring in old man Rivers back to play running back for you. Like,
no, it's actually worse because their offensive line is awful. It's terrible right now. They went from having the best NFL offensive line to one of the worst.
Well, it ain't as bad as freaking Patriots. I can tell you that.
That's because I don't know any people on the Patriots.
Yeah,
I know about 3, but that's about it. That's and 2 of them are barely walking in.
Yeah, Cowboys are that meme where you're like the guy poking the stick with the dead body. Like, do something.
Do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, I follow a bunch of like funny, like Instagram accounts that that are football and stuff, and that's the running joke for all of Cowboys is just like, oh, you forgot the draft happened, oh, you forgot this happened, and it's just like, that's what it is. It's stupid.
What's funny is when you look at the Cowboys roster, like, they have 2 guards, like 2 left guards, 2 right guards, 2 right tackles, and that's it. Like, there's no depth there. So if one person goes down, they're done. 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand is when you're sitting there, free agency period was all there, like you had. Now it's kind of hard to sign somebody when OTAs and everything are happening. Like, yeah, they could still do it, but it's it's not as easy because you have your roster. So that means you got to make space. Like you have 93 players there already. Like, and I get it. You can't cut them like mid OTAs or something. Like you have to make sacrifices. Like I don't know. It just sucks, you know. They're also human, and you also can't just. I don't know. It sucks. But good for you, Anthony. Hell yeah. He asked how to do mock. I swear I thought you knew, man. What have you been? How did you?
He's been in our mock drafts before.
I know, but I think you said this actually. I don't even realize it. Do I just send the link through chat and you guys join in through there? Like that's how.
Yeah. Because
I really thought you knew how to mock draft.
The app and you hit mock drafts, sometimes they want you to create your own. So if you're looking for someone that's already open, you don't know how to find the ones you're looking for.
I don't think he knew how to get into the actual room. Like he was doing what Mark has been doing.
Oh, okay.
That's another dude. How are you doing this every year after year, and still not know how to get in there? That's it's amazing to me. Another reason I'm kind of hoping New England does good is because I'm a oh my gosh. I think tomorrow will be okay. I think tomorrow is actually going to make he'll do good maybe first 2 years, but I have a feeling that they're not done drafting receivers. There is no way they're just going to leave it to Polk. I don't think so. With Jaden Daniels there, they're going to have to bring in another person next year. Whether it's going to be a veteran or a rookie, I think DeMario will end up getting pushed down lower into the depth chart by year 3 or so, but at least you better hope he splashes a rookie year and trade him.
Let's see. Oops. Okay. All right. Well, guys, this has been an hour, 10 minutes. I'm ready to go. So it's time to get out of here. I've been on with you guys. I was holding on, but yeah. Before we leave, I do want to ask you one question. Guys, what division is going to be the best this year? From what you've seen, so we got OTAs, we got all this stuff coming up, the summer with camp and everything coming, mini camp coming up in the beginning of June. Who do you believe is the best? Will have the best division this year?
I can't say that yet.
Yeah,
because you don't want to give the spoiler for your
just because I don't. Or you just don't know, guys. I'm telling you right now, it is so hard for me not to look at these schedules. I have not looked at these schedules. I know everyone's already looked at probably every team. I literally have not. Like I see they been talking about a certain week, a certain game. Like, nope. Not doing it. I haven't even looked at my rosters by weeks on my dynasty team. This is how I have not. I'm just not like this. Is how committed I am to these episodes, man. I'm telling you, I'm giving you my raw experience when I'm looking at these schedules. What I'm thinking. That's literally so. Like tomorrow, I'm doing the Cardinals.
Yep.
I updated it. This is a new update right here. Okay, I changed the dates around. I think I have every Wednesday and Sunday missed, and then if I have military, I have one training next weekend, but from there, I think I have month of June or July off. I think it's July off, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm just going really hard almost every day in June.
Try to knock it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These are difficult. Like going on every day, you have to plan for them, make them. And then it takes like it takes process to do it. And then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's done. And then you got to make the next one. So but yeah, tomorrow we're doing the Cardinals. Then we're gonna do the Chargers. Then I'm doing Wednesday with Brian. So Tuesdays, you're kind of getting a little bit of both myself, Brian, and Tank. So
yeah.
But I gotta do it earlier in the day on the Tuesdays because I can't overlap your guys' Bears show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then if you guys want, the schedule's also on. It should be on all of them. I got to update that one too. I'll do it after the show.
Because as long as it's updated, it's on there. We'll talk about it every show because I'm on every show, so I'll make sure to talk about it. I can guarantee that.
I don't know how you do this, man. I remember the grind. I always remember the grind throughout the entire summer. I'm like, I don't know how Brian does this.
Just-
I don't know how you do it, man. I don't.
You
Did you
carve
make
out a
rooms
little
too?
time, and
Or does
it's funny. I made the room today, but I literally.
But Tank, do you make the rooms?
Usually on Sundays he does on Sunday.
Usually, like the last couple of Sundays. Well, last week we didn't have one.
Okay, I'm not talking. I'm talking about the other
Spoiler
show.
Kings most of the time. Yeah.
Okay,
Spoiler
so
Kings
it's
he
easy.
does.
I see. Okay, so it's easy for Brian to just come down to his basement and
on Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah,
easy.
so
Mondays and Thursdays.
it's easier. But when you're making the room
Tuesday,
and
so
putting all the
Tuesday I have to make the room.
that's the time
it's hard.
process. That's a time
because you're making a room, you're trying to figure out what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to do the research on it because you can't not know what you're talking about to make sure that it all balances out. Yeah.
I think the football stuff is way more harder just because what Brian just said. Where us, it's like we come in and we just give our opinions on movies and shit. So and everyone has their opinion. When it comes down to like stats and numbers and facts,
I have to be dead on because somebody, well, you said 7 and he is actually 6. I'm sorry, I was off by 1.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm my bad. Hey,
so it's a lot harder for sports.
This toilet needs to go. Hey, Brian, for real,
I'm
that
ready.
your house? Is that your house?
Yes.
Good. Get this toilet out of here, you loser. Get this stupid thing out of here. I'm tired of looking at it. It needs to go to Chicago.
It could be here, it'll stay here, and then I will drive it personally to whatever it needs to go next year. Because I hope G Money makes it, because I will take it to him, drive it right to him.
This thing is about 3 to 4 feet tall. This thing needs to go. This thing Brian earned because he sucks. That thing is like
I blame
3 to 4 feet tall. That thing is
Tank Dale. Fucking Tank Dale.
I'm so glad you're in your new house. I see all your pops like, listen, you get this thing out of here now. I need the address.
Is it already packed up? I got the I get the label, man. I
have a space right there for it. Waiting.
Ready to go.
I already, because I put other stuff all around, and I was like, no, I'm gonna leave this open right here for it. So go there.
No, I got Brian's new address. I got your address, so I'll get you that label.
I need that label, man. Yes, get this thing out of here, bro.
Yeah.
He milked the I'm moving process. He probably had a green screen of a hotel behind him. So
a blank wall.
Yeah, so he could milk
for like months.
So he doesn't have to have this stupid toilet.
For me to not have a house, it's like, forget it. No, I'm gonna say this. I say the AFC North is by far the best division. The AFC North is where I'm going. I think every team in that division could make the playoffs. Have no problems at all saying that.
Yeah, I agree.
What these guys are saying, but yeah.
No, actually, I was gonna say AFC North is my number 1, but probably my number 2 is NFC North because I'm really curious to see what happens because all those teams are pretty solid. Because at least in every other division, there's one team where you're just like, yeah, you're trash. Like you're not that good. But NFC West is gonna be pretty solid too. It's gonna be interesting, but they're not as strong.
I think the NFC North will be fun to watch next year.
Yeah,
it'll be fun to watch
that
next year because you guys are still developing. The Lions are basically established. The Vikings are in shambles.
They're not as the Vikings are not as bad as you think they are.
No, but they have to connect, and that's the issue. Like
they need to figure out the thing.
Wait to see how a quarterback issue is. A single quarterback can change the entire thing, and the Packers look like they're established as well. Like I said, next year
I don't know if they have the top end talent, and that's why I don't think that the Packers are on the same level as I think Detroit is way far and above better than everybody else. The Packers, Christian Watson, they hurt all the damn time. Josh Jacobs is probably going to pull his hamstring tomorrow. Like that's literally what happens all the time with him. I don't know that the Packers are going to have as good as a year as they had last year because of those issues.
Oh no, they're not. No, it's going to be a very difficult struggle because you have this rookie coming in and you got to make sure that he's doing good. Like it's like I don't know.
It's going to be one of those things that you're going to see. We're going to see, but I think the AFC North is better. NFC North will be good for the next couple of years. Everyone else, I think, has bad teams. I don't see an AFC North team that's bad. Cleveland is going to get better, right? Cincinnati could be bad. Cleveland won 11 games last year, and they're bringing back the same team, except the quarterback is back. You know, like there's no division. I mean, no team on that division that I think is bad. Like if you told me that the Baltimore Ravens all of a sudden is last in their division with 10 wins, I'd be like, yeah, possibly. Kadani, what's up?
What's up? Damn. Yeah, you mentioned the worst team on that division is gonna have 10 wins.
Yeah. The worst team could have 10 wins in that division.
Yeah. Wow.
It's nuts. Like
yeah. I don't know. We'll see, but I think that it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting year because so many teams have new faces at the helm. So it's kind of and running backs too.
Amen.
So I don't know. I'm excited. We're barely sitting in freaking the end of May, about to go into June.
But mini camp starts early next in June.
So it's kind of exciting, you know. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Anthony, on Zamir White. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, he could be PPR for sure.
I mean, Vegas is gonna be a really crazy team too. So
yeah. I'm really curious to see what they turn into.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow for Monday.
Oh yeah, so Monday
we're doing the Cardinals tomorrow.
I can't wait to see that because I just talked about the Cardinals earlier today, and that team is going to be interesting. I can't wait to hear what Martin thinks about them and how they're changing their wide receiver core, having a full year of Kyler Murray, seeing what they've done with their line. The line is not bad. It's actually much better every time you turn around. If that defense can perform, I want to see what your number is. That's going to be really cool. I don't want to sway. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to sway anything you're thinking. But I just want to hear what you got to say about it, and then
we'll see. We'll see what I think. Donnie's talking to you right here. This is Brian. It's like background all day. Last year I was like Pepper Brooks and dodgeball. When I saw those prices at 100 to 150, I was like, I feel shocked. Yeah, I hope you had fun, man. I had way too much going on with my mom, and then I had the episode to do. And then by the time I was done, I was like, yeah, bro, I didn't make. There's a Comic-Con's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We completely missed it. I probably got to go back to the hospital. So,
okay, we're gonna get done with this one.
Yeah, but everything should be fine.
We need to make sure. So you need to. It's not one of those things.
It's not me, or else I wouldn't be here, obviously. But yeah.
No, what are you talking about, man? You have like a leg already cut off. You're like,
no, you know, Martin. Martin has a green screen. He has the traveling green screen he had 2 years ago.
He's at the hospital right now.
You have no more when you're on more than me. You can't say that.
2 years ago, you used to have the traveling green screen.
You had a traveling green screen with a hotel background, so you can't be telling me that. You can't be telling
Pretend
me
like I'm not actually at home. All right. Well, thanks everybody for jumping on. Thanks for chat for being so entertaining today. You guys have been great, especially when I was doing it by myself. You guys kept all this going. I appreciate that. Thanks for Tank for jumping in. Martin for being in. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Mark. Enjoy the game today. Enjoy Chicago today. I had a lot of fun with you yesterday. I appreciate that. Guys, this is awesome. Can't wait for us to talk about minicamp because that's going to start at the end of next week. More and more football. Look at your drafts. Get ready for your fantasy drafts. Ask questions. Bring all the questions here. We'll see you every day of the week from Martin. You'll see me on every other day. And we will see you guys next week, same time. Actually, a little bit earlier, 10 o'clock on Sundays. Can't wait to see you guys. Thank you guys all for being here, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks, guys.